A study on the complex number, the powers of I. So by definition, I is equal to the square root of negative 1. So if we're going to square this, the result is equal to, or I square is equal to negative 1. Again, I square is equal to negative 1. But it can be also that I square is equal to positive 1, since the square root sign has both the negative and the positive sign. But in this case, we will make use of I square is equal to negative 1. So if you're going to raise I by 0, the result is 1. Then I raised to 1 is equal to I. I square is equal to negative 1, that is by definition. Then I cube is equal to negative I. Then I to the fourth power is equal to 1. So in every 4 cycle, the value keeps on repeating. So we only have 3 or 4 possible remainders. We have 0, meaning there is no remainder, 1, 2, and 3. So if the remainder is 0, so the result is 1. If the remainder is 1, the result is I. If the remainder is 2, the result is negative 1. And that is by definition. If the remainder is 3, that is negative I. So it keeps on repeating. Now let's say we have, as in our example, if we have I raised to 27, I raised to 27, if we're going to divide 27 by 4, that is 6. So the remainder is 3. 6 times 4 is 24. Then the remainder is 3. So that is, the remainder is 3. Again, 6 times 4 is 24. So the remainder is 3. So this is equivalent to 1. Then 1 times, okay, the I cube is, that's negative I. So negative I. So the result is equivalent to negative I. So get familiar with the different remainders. So if the remainder is 1, the result is I. If the remainder is 2, the result is negative 1. If the remainder is 3, the result is negative I. And if there is no remainder, the result is 1. So again, if there is no remainder, the result is 1, or the answer is 1. Let's take another example. Let's say if we have I raised to 29. What is I raised to 29? So I raised to 29. What is the remainder? I raised to 29. If we're going to divide 29 by 4, the answer is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So the remainder is 1. So 1 is, the result is I. let's say I raised to how much? Let's say 59. I raised to 59. So if we're going to divide 59 by 4, 59 divided by 4 is I raised to, that's 59 divided by 4 is 14. 14 times 4 is 56. So we have 56. The remainder is 3. So the result is, so we have negative I. So 56, that's 1 times negative I. The result is negative I.